Well, I guess it helps if I'm unmuted. Long story short, I'm recording today. I might be doing a lot more recording in the future simply because going live is pointless. There's absolutely nobody there to talk to. I end up just talking to myself and gaming. So I am going to probably be doing a lot more recording. And I will just play it as reruns or just play it and not be present. I did play a little bit last night off of recording, off of stream, off of everything. So right now, we're going to get into some of the loading of the manure and get that stuff kind of put in the trailer here. I'm also not wearing my headset today because I just don't freaking feel like it. Wow. Well, I guess we know how easy to complete this one is. We can go right over here and drop this one off right meow. Ooh, we got a whopper, boy. 1,323 pounds. Shit's crazy. Yeah. Stop sending me the damn emails. Nobody really gives a shit. I would like to hear back from you guys about the vertical and if it's working properly. Seems to be when I log into it. However, I always like to see how the viewers feel about it. What is this Discord message? Hold on. There also seems to be some weird shit with me streaming because I haven't had an issue with clearing my throat all day, and magically I sit down here to start recording and I start feeling like I need to clear my throat all the time. Weird. I also have not yawned all day. Yet I sit down here and I feel like I'm suddenly tired, so maybe it's just about time to retire this whole streaming thing and just game for fun. I was streaming and gaming for fun, but to be honest, streaming just isn't as appealing anymore as it used to be. I do appreciate everybody who has followed me over the years, and I wish people would come by and chat. It would feel much more inviting than sitting here talking to myself. So who knows? I may regress from the camera and the microphone and everything else to potentially just gaming. Nothing else. We will just have to see. Oh, I finally succeeded, huh? No, the weird thing is, I feel like we've been here before. There has definitely been an overwhelming feeling about this whole streaming situation lately that feels very much requires payment, right? Like you can't just come in and organically harvest viewers and people to chat. You always get these fucking scabs that come in here and they're like, oh, pay me $150 and I'll make sure you have 1,000 active chatters and 3,000 followers, or the hell out of here. I am as open and organic as you will ever probably find. And I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I'm just saying, it seems overwhelmingly regular anymore for me to have multiple people approach me in a stream or in a week to pay for viewers and such. And even when you go watch some of these other streamers, you're like, hey, they're not doing anything other than what I'm doing. They play random games, random genres. They change things up, rarely. So yeah, I don't really know. But this could very well be getting close to me digressing to just doing recorded sessions and playing my shit on YouTube or the platforms with me not being present. Establish connections in Colombia. Alright, well, I could do that. I could most definitely do that. Because I think that is one of the last ones that we really have to do on here. So, you know, why don't we just do it? How's that sound? Yeah. Let's go to Colombia. Seeing that field drives me so crazy. My OCD gets to firing off because in the middle of the quest it tells you completed your task and you don't have to complete or continue. In fact, it won't even let you continue. And then you have to look at the field that way. So for people like me, makes me want to buy the field simply so I can finish it and then sell it. I do feel like going to Colombia is going to kind of put us back on track for where we were before we got magic file corruption. Don't really know what else to say about it. It didn't really feel organic or okay, but magically we somehow had file corruption. So that was a little strange. When we tried to do this last time. Oh, magically, hey, there's that. I was just looking for that the other day. That should. Oh, hey, magically, there's that. What in the hell? Well, let's go ahead and save. And as you guys see, that I now have 2 saves. Both campaign. I stair-step them so I can, for lack of better words, I cannot get fucked around again. And if I do, I can go back to the account that was just saved 15 minutes, a half hour prior, and play through that section and see if it continues to happen. That is the hope. However, who knows? The campaign might just thoroughly be broken. I've seen that weird shit happen before too. And the company just never gave a shit to go in and fix the issues. I do know that we have finally made it to a point where we don't need see, so now we're making $40. So our loans are getting paid off by our green energy right now. Once we get one of our loans paid off, then that will actually cut in half. I think we owe $85,000 on that loan right now. I don't really remember why I took a $100,000 loan out in the beginning of this, but apparently I did. I don't even honestly recall what I would have needed a $100,000 loan for. Alright, we will go make one final pickup, and that is at the logistics center, if I could speak. That will be our liquid manure spreader. You know, this whole streaming thing has been kind of an ebb and a flow. You know, it's made me question myself and made me question, you know, the content I put out there over the years. You know, I used to have the green screen and I used to play mostly Call of Duty. Still didn't get really any followers. You know, I had to switch platforms when Mixer kind of died. Lost a few followers then. I used to do grow stream projects, you know, when marijuana became legal. You know, I used to do those kind of things and grow and have video of me growing and the process and everything. That didn't really hit very well. Then I stopped doing the grow streams, and, you know, I was still smoking from time to time, getting a little litty while gaming. So I thought maybe that was the issue, so I quit doing that. I did gain more people once I quit doing that, which is kind of beyond me. But it almost feels like streaming these days is a pay to play. You know, it's like you download the game and it's like, oh hey, these guys are level 1000 and the game server's only been open for 3 days. How's that possible? And then you realize that it's pay to play. Right? So they can pay for levels, they can pay for their gear. Right? And that's honestly kind of how it feels here. I've been doing this off and on for 6 years. I've tried different things, different methods. I've tried to stay up with the new trending stuff, you know, and it just feels like pointless. I guess that's really the term I can use right now, because it doesn't feel real. It just feels like I come here. I mean, I enjoy gaming. I'm never going to stop gaming. I'm probably never going to stop streaming, if I'm being honest. But am I going to live stream for nobody to be there? Probably not. Probably, honestly, not. And come to find out, I can't even with my audio completely isolated, I cannot live stream to YouTube from OBS with Twitch being my main canvas, because YouTube will still hold on to the music. So then I get demonetized on YouTube for playing music, you know. It's just, it's a crazy little game. It feels too intricate, right? You try to appeal to the masses, you try to go on all 3 platforms that you are comfortable with, and no matter what, you seem to get kicked in the shins at every turn. So we're gonna dumb it down. I mean, that's literally what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start recording sessions. I'm not gonna have any Spotify playing because I'm not even getting monetized, and you know, I'm not monetized on any of the 3 platforms that I put the time and effort into. I'm not monetized on Kick. I'm not monetized on Twitch. I'm not monetized on YouTube. You know, this is just all things I do in my free time, which I don't have a whole lot of. Would I love to come out here and put ass tons more content out and, you know, be able to go IRL streams with you guys and everything else? Sure, but I don't know, for me it's like, you know, going the IRL route of things, I'm gonna have to spend more money and learn new things, and I don't even really have a dedicated following to what I'm doing right now. So that just seems a little redundant. So like I said, we're going to make a little shift here. Probably going to be doing a whole bunch more recorded sessions. I don't even know that I'm going to label my my broadcasts as reruns anymore. I think I'm just going to play the broadcasts, and if I'm not here, I'm not here. It's not like people chat or come in and say things and want to have a conversation with me. I mean, the community has gotten me into a point where I'm sitting here on a recorded session pretty much talking to myself and explaining streaming and me to nobody. What's the definition of crazy, man? How crazy do you gotta be to be crazy? On a real note, I try to be as forward with information as I can. They talk about consistency and all of this, but consistency doesn't really matter. I mean, you see a lot of streamers that don't have any consistency at all and still have a massive following. I don't have a secondary computer to set up 24/7 stream dedicated. They say you can run multiple instances of this at the same time, but I have yet to see it work properly. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, if I'm being 100% honest with everyone. I started this adventure in 2020 when COVID hit, and I started out with absolutely nothing. The most junk little computer that you could ever think existed. I put out shitty video. I put out shitty camera footage. I mean, shit, you guys still get to see some of it with my old Call of Duty streams when I play the reruns. But it seems like trying to be even somewhat consistent with my reruns is kind of hit and miss. Life is just lifing. I can't really be consistent when I have a job, a wife, and 5 kids, plus her kids. Everybody always needs something. All right, what are we getting into here? It's enough talking about it. You guys will catch on, or not. Whatever. I'm here, but what am I doing here? I came to Italy, didn't I? What an idiot! No point in being in Italy when I need to go to Colombia. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, my recorded sessions are really just recorded to Twitch Canvas. So I could probably listen to music myself, and you guys wouldn't hear it, and it wouldn't get put into my streams. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? You smell what I'm stepping in? Plus, I feel like recorded sesh, I can pretty much do the proper amount of time that I have, right? Like if I only have an hour, I can still put some content in there. If I have 7 hours, I can put some content in there. I'm going to try to be more consistent with my reruns. I'm hopefully going to be starting this job next week. That is going to be first shift hours, so I will be gone from about 6 in the morning till about 5 in the afternoon. So I think I'm going to start trying to run reruns or recording during the hours that I will be at work. Or I will start doing that in the evenings when I get home, based on whether I have time to record or whether I have time to stream. Or just want to play reruns and spend time with the fam. Whatever. Here goes this dumb shit with it why is it trying to get me to buy? I was already in the shit. That's weird as hell. Alright, first off, we are here. Welcome to Colombia. We do kind of have an idea of what is available at these different places. Now, I know that in free play, obviously, you can become a billionaire pretty quick on some of these other locations. Sorry about that. I have not felt the greatest the last couple of days. I didn't really get any time to put in yesterday because My allergies have been kicking my ass. I think that's part of the reason I'm still over here clearing my throat. We are doing much better financially right now than we were. Attach the cistern. Do I even have a tractor here? Excuse me? Well, the cistern hooked to this thing. Oh. Well, interesting. I have decided, though, that I'm not going to sell anything from any of these locations, simply because it does me more justice to have them in case I want to expand my money or anything like that. I have also decided that I'm probably not doing any greenhouses on any of these extra places unless it requires me to, purchase a greenhouse. I know tomatoes are really worth it on the Montana map, so I keep the greenhouse over there and I'll probably expand it for the 10,000 simply because of that. And it could be well worth it here too. I just don't have the ability to run to the logistics center every time I have to go gather my crops, or I have to stay here until the full fertilizer or water cycle is over with to then be able to travel to another location. And I have no idea where I'm running to. Let's just be honest. Holy crap, I done ran all the way out of the way. I didn't think I went that far, but... apparently I'm going to have to go back to the United States and bring a tractor back here with me. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, if that's the case, then I guess... did it tell me I needed to bring a tractor? I was probably too caught up in conversation. Hurry up and load in. I'm going to bring the big tractor simply because, in my opinion, it's much more worth it. I can travel faster, do things faster. pretty sure it said that the greenhouse ran out of its fertilizer or water anyway, so the only thing I can think of that would need my assistance here right now would be the plums. We may check on them real quick before we leave. I have currently burnt $3,000 jumping back and forth, so I'm keeping a close eye on that. I guess it wouldn't hurt us to go see if we could make a fast 7,000 before we leave. And never mind, because we don't even have the equipment with us. Beautiful. We do not even have a trailer. Checks out. Absolutely checks out. Alright, so let's try this all over again. I don't even think I had to bring the tractor here now that I think about it. I did all that for no reason. But whatever. Save for me, baby. I would like to go to Colombia. I would like to take this one. I think that's all I need. We'll see, I guess. Should have brought the truck and everything. Sorry about that. That was a little loud. Boy, he is even either having trouble with his internet or having trouble with his Xbox, one of the two. We have spent a cool $5,000. Once again, I do apologize. I wish these allergies would fuck right off. Who knows, maybe my lungs are just giving out on me. Oh, this is the water tank. This is not. Oh, water the coffee plantation. Why is it giving me... Okay, so water there and there. So I can get water from here, water this one, get water from there, water that one. Okay. I'm actually kind of glad that I brought the bigger tractor too, because that other tractor would have been a little bit cumbersome trying to haul this tank around. That's where the money is at, right there. The hemp. Oh, so we just gotta fill the tanks up? What this means? What in the hell is this thing talking about? Okay, so we gotta fill the tank up, then we gotta refill this, then we have to... Okay, alright. Oh, it's watering it now. Beautiful, so we don't have to do that. They actually have irrigation built in. Why can't you say these things? Nah, it's probably because I didn't read my email, but... I don't get it. We're gonna go do the other one. We're gonna see. Because I don't understand what the hell that was even talking about. If I'm being truly honest, I just forgot. I think I have to fill the water tank up, then go back, get more water, and fill it up again. I think that's actually what I'm supposed to do. Though I don't remember, so we're going to stumble through this together. How's that sound? Hope that sounds good, because that's my plan. Oh, okay. Beautiful. I do know there's not much to either one of these maps, this one or Italy. They're pretty simplistic. If I'm not mistaken, this one is pretty much hemp and coffee. And Italy is olives and grapes and oranges. I do know that there's some real money that can be made from these places, though. I don't know if it's so much in coffee as it is in hemp. But I definitely know there's some money to be made. Don't tell me my tractor's too big. Alright. Okay, that's right. So this will actually do 4 rows. The tractor is indeed almost too big. Pretty sure the dog is about to enter hibernation. a row. Are you serious? Way up. That's unfortunate. Good thing, most likely that road's not gonna matter. Get off the damn trellis. Well, let me guess, this is going to be one of the ones that's going to matter because I'm going to have to do every one of them. Love it. Love it. No, maybe not. Alright, time to go to our combine. Yeah, we'll go ahead and save while we're here. Oh, shoot. The yawns are real. how many bugs fly up here and smack dudes in the face while you're doing the harvesting? It's gotta be a real thing. It would almost have to be, right? I found it's easier to go every other one. Shit. The coffee purchasing center? Oh, level 4. All right. Get to the Golem Smash Combine. Well, I made my $5 grand back so far. That is a plus. That is a true blessing. What in the hell? Drive to the hemp field. What am I missing here? What? Oh. What in the hell? Harvest the hemp. Okay, what am I not seeing here? Attach a trailer? I don't have no damn trailer here. You gotta be fucking with me right now. Yet again, spending more money. Alright, I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back. Hello. Doing some recording. Well, I just found out I'm about to be a grandpa. So, that's cool and stuff. I'm excited for that notion, but holy crap, kid. Let me go ahead and drop my soda in here and process this. Come on, fucker. Yeah, well, I guess it is what it is. Now would be the time for all the followers and all the chatters and all the subbies, you know? God dang. That's a lot to process. Well, hooray! I'm gonna be a grandpa. That's it's rather exciting. I'm rather excited about that notion of it. How was that? I just said it. Oh man. Now let's try this again. I'm assuming I'm just harvesting some of this. The green bar tells me I'm not going to be harvesting all of this. Maybe we'll just cruise until it's full. Can't leave that one little fella standing there on the end. Well, at least you got to hear it here first, folks. Old Jay Plays is about to be a grandpappy. Well. Sorry guys, I got 5 things going on right now. I'm a little mind boggled. Alright guys, I might be back here in a little bit, but I've got to take a moment here. I've got to process everything. So I will probably return here in a little bit, alright? Check you guys in a little while.